Okay, so I have exciting news for all of you guys. Don't worry, Michael Gardner's here. We have some major development coming up on September 7th, and I would like to bring out Michael, who's my other compadre in crime. How's it going, buddy?
Uh, doing well, guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We thought we'd do something special here for the listeners out there. Sauce, open us up here on the show of shows, the Patriot Angle podcast. Guys, we have exciting news that Sauce is about to air literally for the first time here on the Patriot Angle podcast. This is probably news that some of his viewers are probably hearing for the first time on his podcast. Remember, God loves you, and I'll meet you at the finish line. Guys, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Be right back, guys, after these short little bits here. Right back, guys.
Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome, guys. Like I said before we just started the intro here to the show, Sauce came on for briefly here and said he has amazing news. I want to let Sauce have the floor here on the show with this amazing news. Sauce, the floor is yours, buddy.
So I recently, on September 7th, I got invited to the defense conference in Washington, D.C. on September 7th. And so I recently got invited with along with other high-ranking people. And so this is something brand new. It's on September 7th. It's a Wednesday, of course, but it's going to be we're going to be talking about a wide variety of subjects from where our military is to where the next steps of where the country is going with our military. So that is exciting news, and I'm one of the guests that was invited to attend this special conference on Wednesday of September 7th. What do you think about that, Michael? What do you think?
It's amazing news, really amazing.
Mhm.
I heard that just briefly here right before we started the show. Sauce just literally told me, so I I'm learning it for like the first time, guys. Literally in the last 20, maybe 30 minutes before we even went on the airwaves. I was like, what? Sasha's going to Washington D.C., which he's going to the Pentagon, right, Sas? I mean, this is wonderful news.
Hmm.
Really,
Well,
really good news.
it's like one of those pinch me, I must be dreaming moments, you know? It must be, one of those
Yeah.
moments, right? So, I mean,
I mean, if the Pentagon is not big, Sas, right? I mean, the White House is just as big, but you're going to where it all happens, ladies and gentlemen. Sas is going to the Pentagon. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy stuff.
it's one of the, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a big panel, and you're going to have all these high-ranking military officials at a round table discussing, what today the direction of our military. That's where it's going to be interesting at because that's what I'm interested at and wondering what's really going on. Because like besides like there's going to be press there, but it's just going to be interesting their kind of take. It's going to be a different interesting than CNN is going to report and other news stations are going to report differently. I'd rather be there in front,
Yeah.
like in the action.
Oh yeah. That's oh boy. Like I'm still speechless, guys. Still speechless. Uh, hearing this from somebody that normally comes on the show a lot here, Soslin here, going up to Washington D.C., and being in front of high level officials, government officials. I mean, like I said, it's once in a lifetime. Sas, I'm sure you got goosebumps running all over your body, man.
Oh, I'm still dreaming. I'm still dreaming.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
pinch me.
yeah.
Pinch me. I must be dreaming. And but it's not my first time, meeting with high-ranking officials. It's just like it's just like another day, But
It's like another
you know,
day in the office, right?
yeah, you can say
Yeah,
that. But there's more press and cameras. But
yeah, another day in the office. Yeah,
so
yeah.
no.
So like when you go up to Washington, Sauce, like, do you? I'm sure. Have you been writing on your notepad of, like, questions you may want to ask anybody that you may have come across? Have you thought about that, or?
So it's funny because every time I've gone to Washington, and it's been multiple times, I always come up. I always like have my phone and stuff. I always like put questions on my phone ahead of time. Half of the time, I don't even read off my script. Half of the time, it's just wings it because, I get interviewed. So like for instance, I was at the Supreme Court in December, and with that Downs versus Jackson when the oral arguments began, and I was there.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, one of the press people came up to me and they're like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I'm like, "Okay, hold on, I gotta get my thing." And they interviewed me for like 10 minutes, and I'm like going off script because I'm like, okay, it's frustrating because when you're a public figure, you have press on you right away, and it's like multiple, and then it goes one camera
Oh,
after another in front of another.
sure.
Until CNN came up to me and I said, "No, absolutely not," because I know what you guys are going to do.
Yeah, they're gonna try to censor you. Yeah,
Yeah. So
crazy.
yeah. So what's interesting, Michael? I think you should know. Now this is in Wisconsin. Okay. For the first time ever, I was at a festival, thinking it was a Christian festival, but if there's little kids, I would highly put your kids like in another room or something, or make them close their eyes because they're going to see something that they shouldn't be seeing. I don't know if we should say that or not, but what do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, kids are, they're seeing a lot of crazy stuff today. So I mean, we could
So do
try
we
to,
just want
like,
to play that?
cover their little eyes, or what's that?
So let's go for it. So what I want your take on this. What do you think about the pictures that you're about to show? Show one of them, and it was like the band was called.
Yeah, yeah, Sauce, hold on. Like, some of these pictures, guys, like I'm about to show here, may not be suitable for all of my listeners and viewers out there. It may not be suitable for even people of our age. Some of this stuff is a little, a little sadistic, maybe the words, or a little extreme, or a little, over the edge. Sauce showed me some of these pictures, and this is going on right in your home state, correct?
Oh, absolutely! I was at the festival. I was doing security, and I was right at the festival. And I was absolutely grotesque by it. I almost threw up on my mouth. I'm like, "This is what our generation is going. This is what kind of band
Yeah.
is performing, and kind of messages are performing. What on earth happened to the moral compass? It's like a satanic cult. It's like satanic worshiping. Look at
Yes, Sauce. There are words, like, like we have like heavy metal type of bands that perform. You know what I mean? So, there's okay going to a heavy metal band, but like stuff like this. You know what I mean? Ridiculous.
yeah, that's crossing the line. That's like
So, yeah, it is crossing the line. It's terrible. Check this out here. We're gonna plug it in here. These are the images that Sauce sent me earlier today, with a man with, what is that, dreads or something, Sauce, and he's got like a skull mask on or something.
Yep.
And what the hell is the other guy wearing? What is he wearing? Like a monkey mask or something? It's hard to tell.
Well, it is from the looks of it. The guy's one of his eyes is out. If you zoom in on one of the pictures and stuff, looks like one of the guys is dangling, that he's dripping out green blood. And see, that's just
Yeah.
really sick. I mean, what kind of, and what the sad part is? There were little kids at this concert.
There was, huh? And the parents,
Yeah,
like,
there were.
they didn't have any morale or common sense not to bring these kids.
No,
You
and
know, I mean, I'm
and
sure they're going to say cuss words and everything.
they said every single words in the book you could ever imagine, and they made fun of security, they made fun of pastors, and they made fun of Christians, like in
Really?
a very in a grotesque way.
Well, you know, we do have a clip, guys, that we're going to plug in a little bit here related to what we're talking about. With, like, literally, are we living in a satanic type of culture? You know, Fox's The Five, Tucker Carlson even said the same thing. Like, literally, you know, are we living in a satanic culture, society, or even perhaps a third dimension? Right? Who's to say?
Yep. Well, and look at the way this is going.
But
I mean,
yeah.
out of all the states, this is this is happening in my home state, let alone in my own city. Come on, but I shouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised either, because our city is very demented. I mean, look at the people who's in office, and look at everybody else. But the sad part is that this band that performed and this at this festival is putting a really bad picture on this generation. It's putting a bad picture, and it's stating, you know what? It's okay that we dress like this. It's okay that we act like this, because you know what? Because we don't have to listen to anybody. We can disrespect whoever we want, whenever we want, at wherever we want to. And it's just absolutely sad. But this is only heading towards the wrong direction more than I wanted to, and it should be heading towards the other direction, where we have no satanic worshiping, no satanic cult, and we shouldn't be having those kind of bands performing at large Christian festivals with proper vetting. I mean, it's just pretty sad.
You know, like, Sauce, like I said, you know, like, here's the thing, like, there's things that's okay, like, you know, when you're younger and you're in your teens, or you're maybe in your early 20s, and you want to go to you know, a heavy metal band and stuff, like maybe Metallica, or, you know, stuff from maybe my generation. You know, that's one thing. But to go into a venue such as this and have these really, really deranged individuals — I'm using a good word here, folks — deranged individuals that is attacking the church, attacking the church communities, you know, and literally the parents are bringing their children there. What does that say for our society, Sauce? You know, what does that say for our society?
I don't know. I'm literally lost at words. It's stating that we have no respect for law enforcement. It's stating that we have no respect if you have no faith. And it's stating that we have no respect for authority, and that you don't have to honor your parents and what they have to tell you, the leadership. Or all you have to do is just lean onto this band, and you just do whatever. It's a free-for-all.
It is a free-for-all. Terrible. You know, like our country is becoming a melting pot. And I've said it all over time after time. I might as well make it a sound clip here in the show. It's not a melting pot that you go and you pay $50 a plate for. That's a great restaurant, believe it or not. But no, our country is becoming a freaking melting pot. Third world, literally, agendas coming into this country. Third world. Stuff that you would see from the Middle East, stuff that you would see from, you know, countries that don't have law and order, that don't even understand law and order, you know? Terrible.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So, Sauce, we got this. We got this. We got this news clip that I want to plug in. Sauce was so generous to send over here a screenshot of the actual paper. Now, this is the actual newspaper up in his area there in Madison, Wisconsin. where Sas wrote a piece for the paper there, the local paper, and just happened that they used his entire article and printed it on the paper. Now, Sas, is this on the front page or in the middle or the
It's
the
the second
third or
page.
fourth page? The second page,
It's the
ladies and
second
gentlemen.
page.
What's the name of that newspaper, Sas?
It's called the County Tribune.
There you go. So yeah, this is the actual paper that he wrote. Letter to the editor, which we did plug in a actual article. Believe it or not, I think this is the same article that you sent me. It wasn't, Sas. We had this plugged in a couple days ago. So
No, that was the old one. That was another one.
the old one. Okay, it did look very, very similar. I had to look at it. I'm like, wait, this is the same. No, it's not the same one. It's just it looks very similar. They're overlays on the paper, ladies and gentlemen. It does resemble very similarities to the last one. So basically, if I may, Sas, read on it.
Go for
basically, it says, letter to the editor. Dear editor, when advertisements say exciting things like freedom, fairness, and opportunity, I wonder what other people think these ideas mean. I think back to these things may have been valid under John F. Kennedy, a Democrat. I agree. I'll skip a couple parts because it's a very long article. And we're keeping it up here, guys. So if you want to read along and everything, feel free. Sas, if we could put in the show notes here for our Audible listeners that do listen to the audio version on Spotify, we'll put in the show notes where they can find this piece and actually go to the actual piece. You know what I mean? So, but in closing, it basically says that while looking for a horse as your new transportation. What do you mean by that, Sas? I seen that last closing statement. What do you mean by that, buddy?
So you know how I said. So if you read the sentence before, it says if it helps you with after reading that article. So yeah. I gotta read it. So so if it helps, read the yard signs, relax, listen, whatever, while looking for a horse, new transportation. So we have yard signs stating that relax, whatever, that do meditation and stuff because we're so stressed out. I'm like, okay, I'll put a new twist on it. While people are complaining about the gas prices, while they're complaining about all this, they can read the yard signs while shopping for new horses, since half of those signs that you see are all Democratic yards. For instance, one sign has hey, in this house, and the other also says, hey, vote for Tony Evers, or proud family of a Democrat or union. So they also have the signs called or list or whatever. So that's why it stated that, hey, while you're reading those signs, you could be shopping for a new horse because everything's getting so expensive. And it's also a little bit part of my sarcasm and humor. You have to have some humor at the end of the paper, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You have to have humor, especially in today's times. I mean, we live in a crazy monarchy of a society. I think it is. I think we're pretty much lost. We haven't lost our country completely, folks, but we're damn near lost. We're like a lost boy from Peter Pan, pretty much. It's really bad. Really bad. Guys, I want to get a quick break, but one sauce. I got to get a quick break in here, guys. For those who have been a really awesome follower, patriotunfiltered.com. Guys, we have brand merchandise. That's right, guys. Hitting it like hotcakes. We just uploaded 2 new products there. A lot of people are getting fed up, pissed off, which we are, about being censored especially on social media. Well, guys, if you want to stand up against the big tech tyrants, head over to the website, guys. Grab your official use the promo code Patriot1. Free shipping. Phenomenal stuff. Guys, we'll be right back after these short words. Don't touch the dial. Also going to talk about just necessarily what we mean about this topic. Are we living in a satanic culture, guys? Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back. Sure.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting. The rhino feeds on corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice. Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
Alrighty, guys, we are back to the show of shows. Guys, I want to get into a topic here, and basically, I seen this come out. Strange story. Came out actually to Breitbart. Hat tip over to Breitbart for posting this. Coming out of the state of Florida. I don't know if Sauce actually heard about this story, where a Florida woman is now accused, and this is what our topic is about, literally. We're living in a satanic little society culture here because these fucking people are nuts. Where a Florida woman now is accused of hiding a dead mother in a freezer to collect disability money.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that story, Sauce?
I heard about that.
Terrible.
Yes.
Now, the Florida woman.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, go ahead, Sauce. Yeah.
When I came across that Breitbart, I had to say, okay, what? I'm like, that's gotta be like some. You know how Breitbart does like kind of those like out of like, you know what Gateway Pundit or you know what Babylon B is? I thought it was a Babylon B piece that they took apart because I thought it was like a joke that Breitbart like plays. Like they do like one serious article and sometimes hit in with a funny article. I thought that was like like an article stating, "Whoa, okay, this has got to be way too crazy for it." And then you look it up, and then you actually look it up on even online. I mean, and then a whole series shows up. How sick is that? That you put your own mother in a freezer to only collect disability. That's a new level of sickness and ill. Like you said last week, when mental illness is an epidemic going on in the States.
Yeah. This is the madness that we're living in this country, Sauce. The freaking madness. It's psychotic. Now, this is the article here. I'll read bits and pieces, and please, Sauce, come on in with the comments if you got them.
Okay.
Now, a Florida woman, guys, literally, who allegedly hid her deceased mother's body to keep receiving her disability money, was arrested this past week. Thank God. Praise to the heavens that the Department of Law Enforcement literally arrested this woman. Crazy stuff, Sauce. Go ahead. Comments. I know you got the comments coming. Go ahead.
Well, you can read my mind. What else am I thinking? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So, see, the question for me is, how long did it take? That's my bigger question. How long did it take for the authorities to catch on? How long do you think it took for them? Can you hear me? Hello?
How's Sauce? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Apparently, we're having some technical difficulties here on the show. Hopefully,
Hello?
Sas can hear me.
All right.
But yeah, I can hear you, Sas. Can you hear me? Hello. Anyway, so basically, here's the thing.
Can you hear me,
They said
Michael?
yeah, I can hear you, buddy. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that was
Yes.
weird.
Yeah, apparently we're having some glitches. It happens from time to time. It's the
Okay.
freaking internet. You can't really, you know. But apparently, Sauce, I'm reading this article, and you're telling me like how long did the authorities take to catch up with this situation? Apparently, this woman was doing it for months. Yeah.
But bigger question is, wouldn't it be more like suspicious? It's like, man, I'm sure she had doctor's appointments, and I'm sure she had family. Wouldn't her own people, like, hey, I haven't seen my mom in how many months?
Yeah.
Let's check up on her. And did she have
Oh,
other
sure.
kids of anyway, or she her own daughter?
Yeah. What's that, Sauce? I didn't hear that last one. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Did she have any daughter? No. Did she have any other kids? Or was
I'm
she the
reading
only
it up. Sauce, I'm reading up on the story. It's a developing story. It's coming out of, for those who may live in the area, if you are viewing us live on Twitch, feel free to give us the comments here. It's a developing story. Breitbart just posted this roughly about maybe 30 minutes ago. So it's fresh. It's really fresh on the internet. This coming out of Sebastian, Florida, which is on the east coast of Florida, where officers with the Sebastian police force, Sauce, took a 64-year-old woman by the name of Michelle Hoskins into custody once they found the mother's remains.
I'm just blown. I'm trying to think. I'm like so disgusted by hearing what she did with that body.
It's disgusted. It's mental hysteria, Sauce.
It's satanic. It's something that Satan would do.
Satanic type of activity. We're seeing more and more of it in today's society. It's literally it's gross. It's grotesque. Really grotesque. Sauce, I want to plug this this piece that we're coming in here from a Twitch streamer here. Which we will give the floor to. Thank you very much, Liz Dexia 82. Literally, you got to. Now, I don't know if it's in reference to what we were talking about. It has to be in reference to what we're talking about here, which we'll plug it here in the show here. That people are hard up on money thanks to this administration.
Yeah. Wait, she's our number one fan.
Oh, Liz Dexia 80. Yeah, Wait, I had to look at that. I feel like a simple-minded idiot now. This is actually, ladies and gentlemen, I think I just had a brain part. Liz Dexia 82, the co-host coming here on July 25th. Sauce, it's the co-host for the gaming series. I had to look at the damn. I was like, what?
Oh.
So yeah. It's okay. We had a little brain fart here on the show. So, Sauce, the question here is that that the stuff that we see, we're talking about a story coming out of Sebastian, Florida, with this woman, okay, where this was actually a couple days ago, 3 days ago, July 7th. Now, get this here, Sauce. I'll read the article here. It says that a warrant was obtained for the arrest of Miss Hopkins, 64 years old, out of Sebastian, Florida, for failing to report the death of her mother, Marie,
and tampering. Get this, Sauce. She was caught tampering with evidence. That's a hefty charge. Very hefty charge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
And the sad part is that so whatever her name is, Sebastian.
Well, Sebastian is the town. Yes, Miss Hopkins.
Miss Hopkins is on a $10,000 bail bond, and she is not walking out free. So she paid her $10,000 bail. That's according to Washington Post. Yeah, well, remember Biden's administration?
She probably got it from the fucking disability check that she's been fraudulently using.
See, but the question is, why are we giving? Okay, so Michael, here's another. Okay, why are we giving a bail amount of money for people that kill their own parents or kill anyone? Why are we giving them such a low bail? And this goes back to the Biden administration on crime and keeping sure that bad people are off the street. For instance, for that Hopkins, to kill her 93-year-old woman, okay, back in April, and then to store her in the freezer, hidden by brush. So I'm going to read you the quick things. So the department said an investigation showed the woman died of natural causes, and that 2 weeks before her body was put in. Investigators searching the property found a heavy stained mattress hidden in thick brush and covered with cut palm leaves, police said. And that was all within a freezer. What kind of a freezer was it where you put a mattress in on top of your mother? Was it one of those big freezers, or what was it?
No, I'm reading the article too. You're probably reading the same article I'm reading, Sauce, where the actual article says that it was a chest freezer. Like one of those chest freezers people like to put like meats and stuff like that. Yeah. A lot of Floridians, I lived in Florida for a little bit. A lot of Floridian Sauce, it's very popular in Florida. They love buying the chest freezers. So, they like buy in bulk, like meats and like, ice pops for the kids and all that stuff. So this woman had to be a tiny woman, a tiny old woman to fit in a freaking chest freezer,
Yeah. Yeah. And the other question is, here's another bigger question. There always has to be another person involved. It can't be her, because how can you move the mattress inside the freezer as well?
I don't know. The woman was, all I could say, Sauce, is probably highly talented, right? I mean, talented, right?
Yeah. She probably was on drugs, so she had super.
But the neighbors were saying that that the news was disturbing, sad, and shocking. Now, the woman probably didn't show any signs of mental illness, because if you're going to kill somebody like that, especially your mother, you have to have a lot of mental illness going on upstairs. You know what I mean? A lot.
Or you have to have some strong hate for and some hate for your parents.
Yeah. More of what we're talking about, literally what we're talking about. Guys, we got Sauce. I wanted to make it a quick show here, probably about wrapping it up in about another maybe 5-6 minutes here. But I have prior engagements. I got the family over here, so doing shows in between. Okay. But with the co-host here that's joining us here, I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I had a brain fart. Liz Dexia, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I have this light that's shining in my eyes, so it's kind of blinding me every now and then. So, you know what I mean? Like, Liz Dexia was basically saying the same thing. And we'll plug it in. We'll get rid of the some of the graphics so you can see some of the comments. Like I said, Sauce, feel free to comment here on Liz Dexia here of the show. Literally saying, not saying, not I condone it, but people are sick. More of it coming in saying that, and that check probably got her food and gas. Probably. Yeah. But here's the question,
lottery
Sauce.
tickets.
Yeah. here's the question, Sas, and you can comment to Liz Dexia here. That's blowing up our comment box here. You could say, like, I know we don't condone it, but that's fraud using somebody's disability check. You know what I mean? It's fraudulent activity.
Yeah. And it's not okay actually at all. And but the bigger question is how come the Miss Hopkins, how come she can be afraid to go out and working? And this is like the same, you're finding more and more of this, where this generation doesn't want to work. They're finding a different, easier way out, an easier way of making money instead of just going to working from 9 to 5. Am I correct or am I wrong on this?
No, you're absolutely, you're absolutely correct, Sas. I mean, here's the thing. Sas makes a good point here as we're going to wrap it up here. And I do have a plug in here I want to plug in before we run out of time. Here's the thing, Sas. You just made a point, right? Why isn't this woman working? Why is she using somebody else's hard-earned income for years that she put into society? She put in society. She worked her ass off. She had whether it's, they said it's disability, but, it could be like disability / like pension check. It could be anything, why do people want to literally take advantage of other people when they can't even help themselves? That is the sick, demented society we live in. Yep. Why? That's the question.
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's the question.
Think. Hey, so before we wrap it up,
it is.
we got. I don't know if you. I don't know if you have that newest article from Right Side Broadcasting, but the Supreme Court today in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I have it. I'm about it, Sauce.
Yeah, beat you to it. That beat you to it.
Yeah, you beat me to it. Here it is right here. Sauce is, literally, we call him Sauce the Analysis here on the show because he's always whipping up like some quick good stuff here, content here for the show. This is coming out, like I said, out of Right Side Broadcasting Network. There we go. Get it together, Mike. Yeah. The ICYMI. Wisconsin Supreme Court rules absentee drop boxes are illegal. Oh, they're illegal now in 2022. But Sauce, they weren't illegal in 2020.
No.
Go figure.
And the decision came out at 1:45 in Wisconsin. So it came out.
What? Wow.
It came out this. So this is hot off the press. Like we're breaking the news as we're talking about it.
So this came out at 2:00 p.m. Central Time because Sauce is living in Wisconsin. This is Central Time, so it came out about 3:00 on the East Coast, 2:00 in the Central Time. You get the memo. And then, vice versa, about 12:00 on the Pacific Coast. Fresh off the press. Now it's illegal, Sauce. It's literally illegal. Wasn't illegal in 2020. Why is it illegal now? I wonder why.
Yeah, your guess is good. And why? Well, the bigger question is, why do we even have drop boxes in the first place? Why do we even have to have that when clearly if you're not capable of voting, if you're in the hospital, if you're like on death's door, you're not allowed to vote. Other than that, if you are 100% capable, if you can walk with your own 2 feet, and if you live like 2 blocks away from the voting booth or from your voting place, you can walk over to work or drive over to the voting place and vote yourself. I think, like you said, we live in a country that's like it's almost communist, and so they'll do anything to cheat. So.
Sauce, it's damn near communist. We are living in a communist country. Yes, like you say, we're living in Russia 2.0, folks.
That's in Wisconsin. Not Georgia yet. It's in Wisconsin.
Yes, you could drive over to Atlanta, and Atlanta is very, very, very socialist. It's almost it is high levels of communism in Atlanta. Yes.
That's scary to think.
Yes.
That's scary. Well, hey, I'll be there in August, so hopefully.
Yeah, you will be here in August, and you'll see. I'll have to bring you down Midtown. There's an actual. I told Sauce this, and it's gonna probably break Sauce's heart. There's an actual church that has a pride flag that's draper down, Sauce.
That's sick. That's demented.
It is sick. It's disturbing. It's demented. That's what it is. It's demented. This is what explains our society. Literally, the society we live in, our society under this president. You know, you ever see Dorothy, the land of Oz? That's what we're living in. The land of freaking Oz. If I only had a brain, right? I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey,
you.
actually, if I only had a pen.
Depends. Oh, yeah, the diapers, right? Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's got to change his diapers, you know, because he might have a leak or something.
Who knows?
But guy, 1 second. I did. We have 2 more minutes here, and then I'm going to close it out here. I wanted to plug this video in. I totally forgot. Guys, check out this video. The 5. Everybody loves them. The most conservative talk show set of hosts. Judge Janine Pirro, Kaylee Menachity. I mean, you can't ask for a better set of co-hosts here. Check this out here. The 5, slamming Biden, calling inflation the bane of our existence. Yeah. The Pinocchio here saying about our inflation. Yeah.
President Biden yucking it up with Jimmy Kimmel on liberal late night. The whole thing was practically a therapy session for the president, who finds his poll numbers hitting new lows. The latest brutal poll has his rating dropping to 33%. Quinnipiac. Americans hoping to hear some sensible solutions on the most urgent issues hitting their pocketbook, like inflation. Getting this mostly rambling answer from the commander-in-chief. Listen.
Inflation is the bane of our existence. Inflation is mostly in food and in gasoline. But here's the deal. You know,
Sauce, is this guy a jackass or something? Literally. I mean, you know.
He's out of touch. He's out of reality. The sad part is that he doesn't shop himself anymore. He doesn't go shopping. He doesn't go pump gas by himself. He doesn't have to pay for a single thing. So he doesn't know, like you have all these other politicians. They don't know what it's like to be living in an actual America. They think that they're all in a fantasy world where everything's all handed to them and they don't owe anyone anything, but they want more. But they expect more, but they expect it off of the middle class and hardworking people. That's the really sad part. So, of course, they're going to go touting around, oh, yeah, inflation's not that bad, and food shortages aren't bad at all. And no, why don't you go out in rural parts of Madison? Why don't you go out in rural parts of the Midwest, and then you'll see a different picture. You'll see a different America than your entitled gated America.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff, guys. You know, we're out here, Sauce. I want to thank you for coming on. I know you're extremely busy. You got the big Washington, D.C. Trip coming up. Thank you very much. Please don't be a stranger, Sauce. Represent us well if you can. Both your show and our show. That would be a true honor, buddy. True honor.
I will.
Hey, Sauce, you never know. Maybe we can get a right-winger on the show or something. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Hey, so if your viewers want to follow me, I'm on Spotify and Apple Podcasts called Remember God Loves You, and I'm Meet at the Finish. Or if you have Apple or just go on your search engine and put Soslin, SOSLAN, and my podcast will show up the first thing that then you'll find it and give it a follow. Great content.
That's good stuff. Amazing content. I mean, he pours his heart out on his shows, ladies and gentlemen. Sauce's podcast. And guys, I want to wrap it up here. Remember, guys, we're about to plug in the closer here on the show. You could follow our show all over the place. We're now on Amazon Alexa, Amazon Music. We are now on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, as well as True Social, Facebook, Instagram, now on TikTok. Have amazing content coming on TikTok. Like I said, guys, you can follow us all over the place. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I want to give a quick sponsor here, promo code here into the show. Really, really good stuff, guys. You're not going to want to miss this. What is Live Rishi? Live Rishi is for all you CBD fans out there. Head over to liverishi.com. Use the promo code PATRIOTFiltered and get 20% off. Yeah, guys. Live Rishi. Love them. Love them. Guys, I wanna thank everybody that tuned in to the show. Thank you, our co-host Liz Dexia, for blowing up the chat line. Much love to you. I can't wait to see you on the 25th for the unlimited gaming of rants. It's going to be an awesome show on Twitch. Very, very comical. Hell, we might even invite you over to Sauce. You never know. You might like gaming.
Well, I try to get into it, but I'm like, man, I don't know how people can just sit and just be in front of a screen the whole entire time. But I mean, it comes with the territory. I mean, we all give.
Hey, to each his own. To each his own. You know, like we're going to be a show of comical perception, comical humor. So, like I said, you might like it, Sash. You never know. Well, we'll bring you over to you know for the 20, maybe the second episode. I can't promise anything for the pilot, but maybe, maybe, just maybe. Liz Dexia will be in studio here in August here, as well as July. So, when we do the big August show, maybe we'll try to pencil you in and we'll put it in there for you. You might like it.
Or like, is he going to be in towards the end of August?
I have to talk to him a little bit more about it off the air because we have a date set. It's the 25th, but we don't have a time. So.
Okay.
But
all righty. Well, I'm gonna head on. Thank you so much for allowing me. Thank you for allowing me so much for the opportunity, and we'll see you guys again next time.
Much, Sauce. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.